All right, guys. So let's talk about this one second. So should the Batman create his own DC? Should the Batman have his own universe? Um, should the Batman have his own DC universe per se? Honestly, I think it should. The way the reception is and stuff, and I think they need to. They gonna miss this. They gonna do the same shit they did back years ago. People said back then. And this is kind of Warner Brothers' fault too. And this is the old head honchos. Even the old head honchos were pretty good at what they did. The problem was they listened to what Nolan said that he didn't want it to be connected, where he should have had it connected. You didn't have to make a new Batman. You just had to make a new Robin, and you could have kept going with Christian Bale's Batman, but he could have just been like doing the Batman Beyond thing, and you could have just built upon a Superman universe and just kept it going and just listened to what Nolan said. And I think Nolan would have added his input, and then Warner Bros. Would have got involved and just done that. The problem was they just, it was just too much, and then here we are today. No disrespect to Ben Affleck as Batman, it just didn't pan out well. It all turned out pretty cool. You still could have kept Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman because that still would have been a good film. You still could have kept Jason Momoa as Aquaman. I mean, you still could have kept on the same path, but it's still Batman would not have been an issue because we still would have had Christmas Bale's Batman, and Bale's Batman with all those characters together would have been cool. Um, it just, like I said, the pathway they should have done. Now, this new Batman establishes this new world. They need to be careful with this. I know they're like, well, we don't want to go too much comic booky with it. We want to make it grounded. Don't do that again because you keep going back to the same well, you're going to miss out on money. They can continue what they're doing with this Batman, with Robert Pattinson, and make it connected in the universe. You don't have to, I mean, Arrow did it pretty well. They kept it grounded and separate. Just keep doing that. Just learn from other shows. Learn from the MCU. Just keep it to what it is. You keep changing stuff like that, it's just going to be an issue. What I think they need to, because this is probably the only thing Batman related that did well in quite some time since Nolan films. It's not making that much as like the Dark Knight Rises, which I mean, it's not going to. The next film will. The next film definitely will make over $1 billion. But for the film of itself, it's doing way better than what Batman v Superman is doing. It's doing way better than what Justice League, the theatric version, is doing. The problem with it is just like people like Christian Bale's Batman. I don't wear hockey masks. They like that. I don't, but people love that. They just like that type of Batman, and they just wasn't cool with the new changes they were doing. And another big problem too, the Batman v Superman wasn't really Batman v Superman. It was just a Iron Man 2 film building up to a Justice League film that they were too far behind. It was a whole mess of things. And the film cost more than what the film cost more than what it was. It was a mess. Um, do I think having Superman in his world will be good? Yeah, I mean they can do it. They just choose not to. Um, and they could. And baby steps. They don't have to go fast. Just take baby steps. I mean that's the best thing to do. It. Baby steps are the way to go. Um, the whole grounded stuff. That's not the world we live in today. The way Hollywood is today, you have to have a universe. The next thing is because right now, the one thing people are missing out of right now is the Avengers because they're not doing another Avengers film for a while. You heard it from Kevin Feige. He said we're not doing another Avengers film. Cool. Then you bring in the Justice League. That's the only reason why you think the Justice League since Snyderverse did so well because they have a team up film. They haven't had a team up film since what was it 2019? Yes, it's the Avengers Endgame, and they're not gonna have another one because even freaking Kevin Feige came out and said we're not doing another Avengers, which is acidine, but he's just not gonna do one, and they probably couldn't do one anyway because the actors are gone. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, I think Chris Hemsworth is leaving the door soon, and they think they already know like they can't do another Avengers because without the original Avengers, it just wouldn't be a good film. It just wouldn't be. And he got all his other toys back anyway, the X Men and all them, where you don't have to worry about the Avengers no more. But see, that's where the Justice League come in. Once the Justice League get their ball rolling with Robert Pattinson, with other characters, boom, 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 the Avengers will come back. some form and fashion, they will come back. If it's a one-off, they'll come back because they already know those established characters they can use. But do I think they should? Absolutely. Don't follow the same mistakes you did years ago. And they're doing the same shit they did years ago. Look what happened when they didn't do the Dark Knight, Christian Bale's Batman. Look what happened. And it fumbled. And a lot of people said, well, they gave all the keys to Zack Snyder. Cool, but even Zack said it. Hey, we want to get Christian Bale. He was like, no. Bale said, I'll come back if Nolan comes back. Nolan said he didn't want to do it. And then Warner Brothers should threw some money at him and say, look, come back, do your film, that's it. Just have it connected. Can you make this connect? And that's it. Nolan probably wouldn't mind doing that. But you had to stick with it. But they didn't want to stick with it. And again, have it all. You don't have to have another Batman film. You just need to have Nolan. Because, see, when they made Batman v Superman, it would have made sense to have Christian Bale's Batman, not a new Batman. And that's what a lot of people were hoping for. But it didn't happen. Because Man of Steel it's the closest thing you'll get to a Nolan film, to a Batman Nolan film. And it was very close. I was like, okay, so they were works. But, I mean, I guess it came down to it, and they just said, nah. Bale would have probably minded because he wouldn't have to be worried about it. Half the time he'd probably be in his damn suit. But anyway, I think they should. It'd be a missed opportunity because, again, don't let history repeat itself. They did that the first time, and then boom. So you got to recast a Batman, and it's just, no. And then having a Batgirl as a replacement, that's not what fans want. This is what fans want. Give it to them and give it the right way. That's all I got to say. As always, guys, like, subscribe. Peace. Have a Johnson day. I'll see you guys in the next video.